Hi, friends. I'm Robin Fish. I don't know if you know me yet or not, but hopefully you'll get to. I was originally going to do a blog, and I'll still try to do blog posts every now and then, but turns out writing is not my number one talent, and that I'm a much more visual person, and I need to feel like I can tell my story, and it doesn't always happen very well in writing. So, I'm going to kind of tell you about me. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking about doing, and I need kind of your feedback, because that'll help me decide how often I'm going to do this. No, let's be honest, I'm not going to have a set that do it this often, because that'll never happen. Whether I want to continue doing this, whether you want to see it, because if nobody wants to see it, then there's no point in doing it, right? So what I would like to do is tell you about my paintings, and in the future, if I do this, each little episode, I guess you could call it, does that make this a vlog? Whatever. Each little episode will be about one painting, and so they'll probably only be like 15 minutes long. They'll be just short and sweet, and I'm hoping, well, I'll get to that. I'll get to what I'm hoping to do. First, about me. Like I said, I'm Robin. I have been married to my husband for almost 16 years. This Friday will be 16 years, which sounds kind of funny to me because I totally thought it was 16 years last year. So all year, I was like, yeah, we've been married 16 years. And then like January came around, and I was like, just kidding. Anyway, he's my favorite human ever. He is the love of my life, and I could do a whole podcast just about him because I love him so much. Anyway, together we have 6 children. My oldest just turned 15, like last week, a week ago today. And my baby just turned 1 2 weeks ago today. Go figure. No, 2 weeks ago tomorrow. My bad. Anyway, so we are busy people. And it's summer, so the kids are like here all the time. Can I tell you how amazing my kids are? They all went to the park. I love that I could send my oldest 2 to babysit the younger ones at the park. And they just took the phone with them, and they're having a grand old time, I hope. Otherwise, I'll get a call saying, come pick us up. Anyway, so my reason for this podcast is many. One, I like to tell people the story behind some of the paintings. Now, not all of them have a great grand story, but some of them do. And I got this really cool book. Is it backwards on there? Probably. Darn it. Anyway, it's called Our Latter-day Hymns, and it's got stories and stuff about each hymn. And I've been so excited to use this, but again, when I'm typing, I feel like it's plagiarism. Even if I'm citing it, I feel like just copying and pasting what someone else wrote, like, isn't very original on my part. So this way, I feel like if I'm telling you the story, I'm like, hey, so in this, I call it the white book. I'll be calling this the white book a lot. I can be like, so this hymn we're talking about is number this and this is what the white book says. And I won't read all of it. Obviously, I'll like have my homework done and have my favorite parts hinted. But that way I can just tell you where I got the stories from. And this way I can also show you the images that I'm telling you about and answer questions if you have any. I'm also debating going live for that very reason so that you can answer questions. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a trial run of the live and a trial run of the recorded just to see what people like better. And I think I might have a coupon code with each episode. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Oh, no, there's one more thing that's super important to me. I also want to tell people stories. My poor ward members and my parents and everybody I know that supports me in this. I've been asking them to be thinking about what their favorite hymn is and if they have a story to tell. And I've gotten a few PMs and a few people have answered me on Instagram with their stories. I'd like to go into more detail about some of them, but like, let's say, so the one I'm getting a lot of answers about is I Know That My Redeemer Lives. Now, I have a lot to say about that one anyway. Like, that will probably be a fairly long episode. Not crazy long, not like an hour or anything like that, but it might be like 20 or 30 minutes instead of 15. But many people have told me that their stories about that one. Like, one person said that her grandma had requested before she died to have all of her grandkids sing that at her funeral. Let me see if I can find some of those stories really quickly. I should have been prepared ahead of time, but hello, that's not the way I roll, apparently. So, let's see what else people said about I Know That My Redeemer Lives. So that's a cool story, but I'm not going to tell you that one right now because it's not yet. You can read it on my Instagram if you want. And copy it again. Permanently me deeply now. Come follow me. Okay, so like one person commented on my Instagram, just had a reminder of this last Sunday as I sang I Know That My Redeemer Lives. I was transported back to when I was studying abroad in Israel, alone in my dorm room and singing after I had studied some scripture. The moment was powerful beyond words. I knew, and every cell in my body knew, music is powerful. Anyway, so that was from Choosing Wisdom on Instagram. There's lots more where that came from, and like I said, that particular song will be longer because I have more to say about it. But that's kind of the idea. I want to share what you guys say, so what I'll do is I'll put on Instagram, on Facebook, the song that I want to feature next. If I can get myself like put together enough for this, right? You're probably laughing at me if you know me in real life because you're like, okay, good job, Robin. Because I have ADHD and I get distracted really easily, and I have lots of really big dreams and ideas, and my follow through is not the best, but I'm working on it, like for reals working on it. Here I am making this video, right? That says something. So I have a lot of little stories here and there already from Instagram, but I'll do more specific ones. But I'm going to do a sample one here next in a minute, and then I'll link people to both of them, and I would love to hear what you guys think about this. Is this a stupid idea, or is this like, wow, why didn't I think of this before? Let me know, please.